Okay, welcome everyone to our Reach Out and Read webinar series. I'd like to welcome today Leah Guillen, sorry, I forgot to check that.
It's Gillen.
Gillen, okay, sorry. I meant to ask you before. So I'd like to welcome Leah Gillen, Associate Director of Learning and Innovation at Reach Out and Read, Inc. You all may know Leah best through her work developing the latest version of the Reach Out and Read online training. Leah will be discussing Reach Out and Read's early math initiative, Roar Counts. She'll go over the importance of learning early math skills, learning how to begin incorporating them into your Reach Out and Read visits, and the opportunity to receive MOC2 and MOC4 credits through this work. And so before we get started, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items. All participants are muted upon entry. Please use the chat box for questions throughout the presentation. The chat box looks like a little conversation bubble on your Zoom toolbar. If I will be reading the questions out loud for Leah at the end of the presentation. And lastly, this webinar is being recorded and will be shared to our Reach Out and Read Wisconsin YouTube page, and you'll receive a link to that recording after the webinar. And with that, I will turn things over to Leah.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for hopping on to learn a little bit more about the Early Math Initiative at Reach Out and Read. This is a really great opportunity to sort of switch up your practice of Reach Out and Read if you're looking for something new. We have developed this, we piloted it twice with a handful of cohorts, one time without the MOC4 project attached and one time with. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback and honed the training quite a bit based on that. So a couple of just brief tidbits about the training itself. This training is located on PathRight, which is our learning management system, so not on MyRoar. If you were interested in taking this training, you would be sent the link directly or some kind of PDF with the link embedded that would take you directly to PathRight. All you'd have to do is click log on through MyRoar. So no new sign on, easy peasy, nothing to worry about. This training is free to anyone who'd like to take it. It's about 45 minutes. You can get 1.25 CME credits, and you can also get one MOC2 point if you are a pediatrician and if you've passed the training with at least 70% passing score. We would love to offer the FP equivalent of an MOC2, but that's just not something that's available to be offered outside of the AAFP right now. So currently it's only being offered to pediatricians. We also have an MOC4 project that is open on a rolling basis to sites that are interested in participating. I will talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the presentation. So briefly, here are some topics that the early math training goes into. It teaches you how to introduce parents to the concept of math talk. And math talk is really just how big is this animal? What's the smallest animal on the page? What do you see here? How many boxes are on this page? Nothing particularly difficult, just really incorporating numbers and size into conversations around what's happening on the page. This is not supposed to be stressful. We don't want to promote children, learning calculus before they get to kindergarten. We just want there to be a joyful interaction between parents and children around math and reading. The training will give you specific guidance for each age group, and it really just gives parents and providers a new way to engage children over the book. So I'd like to emphasize, this is not in addition to Reach Out and Read. This is Reach Out and Read. You don't have to tack early math on after you get anticipatory guidance about talking and reading and singing together. You can incorporate it right in. So it shouldn't add any time to your visit. And so here's just a quick breakdown of the types of advice that we give providers in the training based on age, what you can talk to families and children about using the book. And we have a couple of fun videos that are available in the training. I will play this one. It's very brief, but it'll give you a good idea of what we're looking for when we want to promote early math.
How great to see you today with Mommy. Look what I have to show you. Do you know this book?
What's that book?
Can you show me the bunny? Perfect. And can you show me the balloon? Where's the balloon? Ah, excellent. And when you're looking at the book, you can have him point to things that he knows the words for. Do you see the moon? Can you show me the moon? Excellent. That is so great.
What's next? The cow jumping over the moon.
And so he's learning to point, and that helps him think about numbers. Are you learning how to count? Let's point together at the kittens. What do you see there? Do you see the kittens? 1, 2. Yes, that's right. Very good. And 1 fire. 1 fire. Can you turn for me here?
Look, it's a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush.
He's showing us nicely that, as you know, he's not going to sit for long, but he's had a fun interaction looking at the book and thinking about words and pages and all the things we'd like to see a child at this age do. Good job, Luca.
Okay, so that was one of the videos that we offer in the training. We have a couple more for different age groups. And it really just shows you easy ways to incorporate these topics like pointing, counting, how many, into your existing Reach Out and Read practice. We also have Reach Out and Read materials, including bookmarks, stickers, and posters. Like the training, you can reach out to whoever you talk to within Reach Out and Read, your program manager. If you're interested in taking the training, if you're interested in getting materials, if you're interested in participating in the quality improvement project, these are all things that you can reach out to them for, and they will put you or direct you into the right person, which is me, or whatever materials they have available for you already. Okay, a bit more about the Early Math MOC4 project. This is a long-term project, about 4 to 6 months. It's a bit intensive. You have to complete the training. There are monthly parent surveys that you'll give out. You'll take monthly or bi-monthly provider check-in surveys. They're about 5 minutes, just asking you how things are going. And you'll also be required to participate in a PDSA, at least three PDSA cycles. So monthly team meetings where you take a look at the previous month's data. You talk about new ways to implement it, ways to improve. None of this requires patient data, so we'll ask for you to identify with your team a way to indicate somewhere on the chart that you talked about early math, and then you'll randomly pull those charts and see how frequently you were talking about early math in these visits. And so based on that data, you can see like, oh, we're more likely to talk about early math with the 3-year group. Why? What are some strategies we can use to start talking about early math with 12-month-olds? And then you'll have to send a summary of that data to me. And then at the end of the project, you will get either 25 MOC4 points, which is for pediatricians and through the American Board of Pediatrics, or 20 family medicine PI points. So the great thing is, even though they're different systems, obviously for family medicine and pediatricians, they work really well together. So you can do this project if you're a clinic with pediatricians and family medicine providers. You can all do the project together. It's the same data, it's the same structure, and I will handle the differences on the back end. So a bit about the findings that we had when we ran this through cohorts in the past couple of years. We found that parents were slightly more likely to report reading, talking, and singing with their child after the early math intervention. But what we mostly found was that providers really enjoyed adding a new dimension to the Reach Out and Read practice. especially providers that had been practicing Reach Out and Read for a long time. It's sometimes nice to just mix things up. But providers found that parents were really receptive and that they actually weren't always aware of ways that they could incorporate math talk into reading with their child. And then this is a quote that we got from one of our providers who participated in the MOC4 project the last time we ran this project. Basically just saying that parents enjoyed it and that they definitely learned from the anticipatory guidance that she was providing around what they could do with books and math talk. So I will stop here and I will unshare my screen. And I will open it up to any questions you have about early math in general or the QI project or anything else that you all are thinking about.
So as a reminder, you can put your questions in the chat or the Q&A bubbles on your Zoom toolbar, and they both look like little conversation bubbles, and then I can read those aloud for Leah. So Leah, one question we've gotten from clinics is if they can incorporate some of these tools for early math without doing the training.
So yes, we have gotten that question before. I would say I would really encourage providers to take the training. It's not a long training, and there is quite a bit of information there as to how to best promote early math at specific age groups. And not all of it is super obvious. And so I would say if you would like to do Reach Out and Read counts officially, the best way to do that is to go through the training.
And what's the best way for a clinic to get started with this work? Like, how should they go about getting started?
Great question. So I would say that they should contact whoever their main point of contact is at Reach Out and Read Wisconsin. And they will either connect the site with me or send whatever pre-prepared materials they have. I know that when we ran the project a couple of months ago, we had basically created a write-up that said, this is how you take the training, click on this link, here are the instructions. Once you're done with the training, you can do this, this, and this. And so there's some really great like one-pagers that the providers can be given to sort of launch into this. And if they decide that they don't want to do the QI project, which is totally fine, it's a big undertaking, so not everyone wants to do it. It's just something we like to offer, but once they take the training, they are free to start implementing early math however they see fit. They're welcome to ask, again, whoever they work with at Reach Out and Read for stickers, posters, bookmarks, but really there's no obligation after that. They can just start implementing early math and working it into their anticipatory guidance.
Any other questions for Leah? All right, so if you do think of a question after today's webinar, feel free to reach out to me and I can pass that along to Leah. If you are interested in starting early math at your clinic, reach out to your Reach Out and Read Wisconsin program manager, and we will connect you with the resources and with Leah as far as getting started with the training, and then whatever level you'd like to participate with, or if you want to pursue the MOC4 credit process. And with that, I just want to thank Leah for being here to go through the work and set that foundation for anyone that does want to implement something new into their Reach Out and Read practice. So thank you again, Leah.
Of course, thank you for having me. Have a nice day.